All right, so let's create a really quick card using our scraps from our Kiwi Club kit. Each month I am able to create 2 pages, so 3 2-pagers, and from the Kiwi Club paper crafting kit. But I do have occasionally a few scraps left over, and so often I'll look at the scraps and I'll either create like a 1-pager or just kind of a real scrappy 1-pager, or I'll quickly create a card. And so I was looking at the scraps and I thought, gosh, before I throw them into a drawer, let's see what else I can get from these, right? What else can we create utilizing these papers? So to start off with, I'm going to kind of take a look at some of these title cards that I didn't quite use. You'll see I even cut one out, but it just didn't work out in the design, and see if there's any sentiment that maybe could be translated into a card. And so looking at these, I think even Star Spangled Sweeties could be really cute, depending on what message you put in the middle of it, right? Life is a bowl of cherries, make it sweet. I think that's a very meaningful yet cute, lighthearted sentiment for a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this kind of my focal point, and I'm looking to see what templates technically maybe I could cut this out of. Will the star fit on there? Ooh, it's very tight. You could technically make that work. You would just adjust as you trace and cut on that. So I'm going to go with this one from Expressions designer template set. And to start off with, I'm going to cut a base for my card. So taking a 8.5 sheet of paper here, I am going to cut that down to 5.5. So my width is 8.5. Now my width is 5.5. My length is 8.5. And if you fold that over, that will give you your traditional card size. So not every time I have enough paper to create the card base. Actually, looking at this sheet of paper here, this could have been my card base. Let's measure that out. Oh, see, just barely wouldn't have been enough in that case. I do love a good pattern as my card base, especially if the other side is light, then you're able to write on the inside of your card. But that's okay. We'll build it up with a white cardstock, and then we'll just kind of build some frames around that. And cards don't need to be overcomplicated. You know, I remember I was so not comfortable making cards initially, like I'm talking like 10 years ago, but I don't know, for me, I could not do them. And so the designer templates really made it possible for me to be able to be a card maker. And so I really love how quickly they come together. So if we say we wanted to cut that out, we could just do something very simple like that. We could do a star, just a cute star on the front of a card. See, it doesn't have to be over the top or anything like that. It could just simply be a star on a card. Super cute in that way. So I'm really going to keep this very simple. I think I'm just going to go something like that, but I do want to probably have a backdrop. I don't want it to be just white on that. Let me go ahead and start, since I know I'm going to use this sentiment, trace that out of this, and then I can kind of build up around that. Go ahead and cut that out. It's a very simple trimming here on this design. And what I love about the expressions is that you can use them as just the base design, or they have all of these other features that you can utilize depending on your project. So if you want to trace this out and add that some cute way to your thing, to your design. There's easy journaling lines, little check boxes for a list type journaling effect. Super cute. Okay. All right. So one down. I'm gonna wait to trace. I'm gonna ink all my pieces at the end. Let's cut a cherries out. And there we go. Okay, so now we just need to put our card together. We're going to ink our sentiments really quickly. I'm going to cut a piece of pattern paper for our backdrop here. And you can kind of see how those look together. How cute is that? So cute. So now as far as what color to kind of put behind here, I have enough of this blue, which is very pretty. It makes the other ones really pop. Do I have enough of this? Ooh, just barely. That's kind of fun. Lots of fun pattern and color kind of adds to it. I'm trying to decide if it distracts from the simple. Oh, that's cute. That's the winner. It's a cute little plaid, not too busy, but enough texture and pattern to really make it pop. So trim it down a little bit smaller, so like 4 by 5 1/4. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. So this way will be our 5 1/4. Make sure I was right on that. Yep, 5 1/4 by 4. Ink those edges. Round it. Perfect. So super cute. Really fun card by adding a background to this. So again, this is 4 inches wide. Double check. 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 on those. And one thing I had really fun with when I was scrapbooking my layouts was I pulled out the little shape scissors and did a very thin strip. And usually whatever I utilize on my layouts, I just keep out and, you know, incorporate those into whatever scraps of, you know, whatever card I made for anything like that. So I had these jewels out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a few jewels kind of to the tip here. So I really mirror and mimic a lot of those design choices that I made in my layouts towards my cards as well on those. And so one thing I was definitely thinking of was how cute would it be to trim the edges to just give it a little bit more extra character and movement. It's a little nerve-wracking because I don't know what it's gonna look like, but we're gonna try to make it as straight as possible and add to this card. And the thing with these little chevron cuts, you wanna align your cuts again. So definitely slow down and try to go as straight as possible on those edges. And I just got these scissors. I always had my old classic shape scissors. Let me pull them out really fast. Oh gosh. But they are not as great. These are actually garden scissors. And this design I feel like is very general enough that you can use it on a lot of different themes and creations, right? So I picked these up on Amazon. They were $6 on those. I'll try to put it in the description here of this movie so that you guys can have that link. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Definitely a little ink is going to spice this up. Just adds just a little bit more. I have a little sliver there, let me get it. And one right there. Cute. And there we go. Our card is complete. So really, we just have to add some adhesive and place that down. And then of course, think of someone that we want to send it to, because I think cards are great. And then think of someone we want to send it to right away, if possible. You know, while you're creating your card, be thinking about that. Think about who maybe could use a little bit of a uplifting gesture and a smile. And I'm sure this cherries and just the vibe is just so warming and heartwarming. Sure enough to make someone smile. So that is how to make a quick card using your scraps. And also, again, really, before you put your stuff away, just quickly make one and mirror some of those design choices that you made in your layouts, and you can easily quickly make a few cards to send out to the world to make the world a brighter place. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you later.